Previously on The Moon and Her Wolf.
Is someone there?
Victory!
Pipe and guard!
Hello? Who's there?
Problem solved.
You are exactly what I was looking for. Yeah, Skyrim is now host to giant flying lizards and two-legged catmen. And you're surprised by me? Yeah, I just talked, and I'm continuing to do so. If you bring it to me, I'll grant you my boon. No strings attached, no messy surprises. At least not for you. As I recall, it's resting in Rimerock Burrow. Barbers can lead you right to it.
Your body's out of sight when you're moving. You look just like my type, so let's do it. You know I'll treat you right, let me prove it. And I could go all night. I'm sick of being nothing.
And we understand each other,
right.
because the same goes for you.
Something, I'll fight with every breath, trust me. I'ma be the one at the top, you can't touch me. I need to find...
Well, it's times like this I truly appreciate the joys of having such a woman as yourself in my sight.
That cave could make good shelter, provided we clear out whatever's inside.
When are we going to see some action?
Oh, quit your belly aching.
I am waiting for a good death. Yes, were I to simply lay down and die, it would not please Malakath. Perhaps. Are you sure about this? We shall see.
You're mine!
Problem solved. Always wondered if one day I'd make the pilgrimage to High Hrothgar. I've heard Keen will bless you if you visit each altar along the way. Never seen Scott like that anywhere else in Tamriel.
They're saying that the dragons have returned. As if we didn't have enough to worry about already.
Greetings and salutations. My name is... Wait a minute. Are you an Imperial agent? I think you're answering a question with another question in an attempt to confuse me. I think it's working. Only an Imperial agent would be so cunning. Which is surprising because they're normally so stupid. Well, 2 can play that game. So can 3. Pretty much any number less than 12. This dump? Are you out of your mind? I just sleep here, live here, and use the vegetable garden. No, this all belongs to someone else. Sure they are. There's corn, artichokes, and that nightshade-looking thing over there is some kind of dwarven onion. Some plant mage. Probably wasn't a very good one either, using a stove for an alchemy table. I'll let him move back in. What's so surprising about it? I've got dignity frothing out of my tunic. And before you go there, I'm not talking about the stains. Or maybe I am. I'm a son of Skyrim. Nothing we ever say or do is wrong. Of course. Not officially, but I follow the one true king of Skyrim. Not that harlot widow, what's-her-face, General Tullius. What kind of name is that for a jarl? Or a woman? General. Sounds like something I'd name a store. Or the assortment of garbage that collects under my foot. Then why does he insist people call him that? That makes him more of an idiot. Ulfric, though, he's a smart one. Some say he might even be Talos reborn. That's ridiculous. Ulfric isn't the second coming of Talos. He is Talos. You heard me. Tiber Septim has been hiding ever since he faked his death in the 38th year of the Third Era. I can prove it. I was there. What? Have you been sticking fire salts up your ass? Well, you shouldn't. Sure, it feels good, but it'll give you the meanest rash. Not that that'll stop children from doing it. Children are the worst breed of fungus. I should know. I used to own one. You mean Talos? What about him? I never said that. You ought to get your eyes checked. I'm not a day over 20. What happened is, I got my hand on this thing. It's called an Elder Scroll. I used it to travel to another dimension, where they had invented time travel, and something called a centaur. I think it's like a minotaur with the head of a centurion. What? Then it's already begun. That's the thing. He never existed. Of course, some people say he was seduced away by dark elves. What a bunch of chicken feathers. Just another thing dreamt up by mages who need courage spells to confront the fact they're all miserable failures. I send letters to the false queen, Jarl Tullius, scathing missives that mock her figure and the vast emptiness of her pink palace. At the bottom, I sometimes scribble drawings of a pornographic nature, just to further illustrate my point. And trust such an important message to an amateur? Never. The letter stays in my pocket until I can find an official courier. Right, so the Moon Elves sent me back to the dawn of the Third Era. It's there that I wrote this book about the mystery of Tolera, whose story came to me in a dream. It's about a princess who lost her identity following a royal murder plot. And that's when I realized, to avoid assassination, Tiber Septim was secretly living in the Imperial City as a prostitute named Gina. We all were. Tiber Septim, you see, is what you call a shapeshifter. Not some illusionist like Jagger Tharn, but a real shapeshifter. The kind that can transform into a dragon or a bale of hay.
And blow their cover. You really are bad at this.
But vampires are. That's right. Ulfric Stormcloak is actually Tiber Septim, a shape-shifting vampire. Remember that the next time you visit the Palace of the Kings. Haven't you been paying attention to a word I've said? The Stormcloaks are my family. I had a father once, Thornvar the Nail. The way he talked, people used to say he took a hammer to the head, hence the name. Nobody says that about me. I'm nobody's nail. I'm the hammer. Got what you needed, did you, you Imperial agent? Too bad for you, the Moon Elves taught me a spell that will erase your memory. All I have to do is look into your eyes and wait for it. Wait for it. There! Huh?
What do you need?
We should be careful dealing with Daedric princes. They'll encourage the worst in any person.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of weapon do you prefer?
We should go get the axe.
What can I do for you, friend? Let's go. What the?
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. A letter. Not sure who from. He wouldn't say, just that he was a friend of yours. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
You hear that?
I'll send you back to your mill. Good enough.
God, get on. I ain't got any treats, dog. Aye, what is... I'll stand guard here. Just don't go getting into trouble.
You can't win this! You're like you'll suffer at my... So, the lesson.
Don't get too close, Princess. Don't want to get infected and mess up.
I don't like the looks of this place.
Now, would we?
We're starting to worry about you. Aye, this isn't a place to linger.
This cave reeks of death. Careful, Princess. Our footsteps will echo in every chamber and tunnel. So stop stomping around and swallow. Beside you, then you might not get any sleep at all.
Ah, you've got the axe. And my dog. Splendid.
Bedroll, for instance.
Excellent work. A hero and his faithful companion retrieving the ancient artifact for the prince. It's almost storybook. Ah, but it almost seems a shame to give a weapon like that away, doesn't it? I suppose I could be persuaded to let you keep it. But only if you use the axe to kill Barbas. Simple as that.
The looks of this place. Blood drinker, huh? I knew one of those once. Cut off its head, took its gold, and enjoyed a nice drink that night. Good times. My fingers anywhere, so I'll scarcely be able to hold a weapon.
And I could absorb the spirit of poor dead Barbas. He'd still be reunited with me. And I'm sure Barbas doesn't want me to have that axe.
Certainly we can
He'd
find
want it this way. The choice is yours, friend. We're all counting on you to make the right decision. Put him out of our misery.
Oh, wait a second. There's another option here. The axe isn't the only item dear old Clavicus has. Give him the Rueful Axe, and once we're reunited, the mask of Clavicus Vile will be yours.
You hear your teeth rattling from here. Come here, I'll hold you. Get you
And?
so I don't have to put up with the noise.
Huh. You're no fun at all. Guess I'll have to make my own fun elsewhere. And with the pup back, I'll be restored to my full power. There's a whole world just waiting for me!
I knew I could trust you.
Yeah, dog gets master, master gets cosmic axe. Everyone's happy. Just get over here, mutt.
Don't worry, I'll make sure he sees the light. I trusted you, now you trust me.
Ah, that feels so much better. You forget how nice supreme power feels until you've been stuck in a cave for a few years. It's a shame you wished for something so dull as me taking back the mutt. Quite the lack of imagination on your part. A lack of ambition like that really ought to be punished. Perhaps by turning you into a worm, or maybe a few decades of... Oh, fine. Have my boon and be done with it. Got more interesting deals to make anyway.
Stay tuned for more of the moon and her wolf.
The voice in the back of my head. The choices that we can't forget. The poison we take with regret.